Climate emergencies. Today, the problem of plastic in the ocean is a tragedy. It's also a threat to countries that depend on the tourism industry as an income. After all, who would want to swim in waters filled with garbage? Scenes like this one from Thailand can be seen around the world. The paradisiacal beaches of Bali turn into plastic landfills during the monsoon season. All the waste left by massive tourism is brought back into the shore due to storms and strong waves. Up to 80 tons of garbage are picked up during these months. Pictured is a Jimbaran beach. Indonesian authorities estimate that plastic make up to 75% of garbage that piles up on their beaches. It's one of the great enemies against climate change. Europe is also affected. This is a global problem what we are dealing with. For instance, this is an Italian beach near Naples. Panama City, birds and trash. The trash that the sea drags to the shore is proof of the human made destruction of oceanic ecosystems. There is scientific evidence that sea life is dying because of plastics. To make things worse, the fish that humans and birds consume introduce microplastics into our organism. Do you know how many tons of garbage can the ocean stand? A 2018 headline from the New York Times was "The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is Ballooning." 87,000 tons of plastic and counting. It's doubtful that in the past few years humanity has reduced the volume of mostly plastic waste. Pollution in Indian subcontinent. This view is from the city of Lahore is reminder of what pollution can do to an urban setting. Over 8 million people die prematurely every year as a consequence of the pollution created by fossil fuel according to study published by environmental research. Too much consumption, too much waste. The current consumption and discarding model isn't sustainable. Excessive garbage is a problem found in rich and poor countries. Pictured is a landfill in Bangladesh where nearby areas produce 20,000 tons of trash every day. The world can't keep with so much daily waste. The Amazon, a tragic example of deforestation. Some estimates that 17% of Amazon jungle has been deforested. The Brazilian government not only hasn't done anything to stop this, but also has relaxed protective regulations surrounding the lungs of the planet. This is a global problem. This problem is hardly exclusive to the Amazon. The Food and Agricultural Organization declares that since 1990, over 312,000 square miles of woodland have disappeared. This heavily affects the air and weather across the planet. Melting snow caps. The climate is changing, the planet warms up, and the glaciers and snow caps melt in what used to be landscapes of never ending winter. NASA has detected via satellite that half of the surface of Greenland thaws during the summer months, which never happened before. Sea level is rising. The sea level rise is a reality that is already causing disasters around the globe. In this image, you can see the city denizens of Kiribati, an island in the Pacific Ocean that every year loses more and more landmass to flooding seawater. If this continues, Kiribati pictured might end up fully consumed by ocean. This has been the fate of other islands and seaside places. Extreme climate phenomena. Climate change is linked to extreme weather phenomena that have become more prevalent. In 2021, there was a harsh heat wave in British Columbia, Canada, unlike anything ever seen before in the area. Local press reported over 500 dead due to abnormally high temperatures. Snow where you least expected it. On the opposite end, snow devastated Madrid in January 2021. Storm Philomena hit southern Europe, causing snowfalls that had never been seen before. Spain's capital was virtually paralyzed for a week. Wildfire. Wildfires can also be blamed in part to climate change. Less woodlands, more droughts, higher temperatures, and the unlimited expansion of the cities devouring what used to be green areas. California and Greece, that is pictured here, just to mention two examples, went through critical moments in 2021 due to fire. Floods. Something similar is the case with floods. There were floods before, but scientists agree that they have increased in number and scope as a consequence of climate change. Disturbances on ecosystems and river courses make them more destructive. This is what happened in 2021 in Germany pictured and Belgium. Entire villages were swept by strong currents. So, where is the world going? Images like this show the face of the climate emergency across the planet. The countries are aware of the problem and make agreements that so far have been insufficient. According to a UN climate change panel, 2030 is the deadline before the damage we have done to Earth becomes irreversible. So, friends, act wisely. Please help in stopping climate change. Thank you.